Hi everyone and welcome for this tutorial. This is the second tutorial for the Curse City project. The previous one was about the basing creation and now we are going to paint them all. So don't hesitate to subscribe to the channel to be sure to have alert when I publish a tutorial, and don't hesitate to support me on Patreon to see this tutorial in preview before everyone else. So I'm going to start by pushing some dry brush with turquoise and ghost blaster green. I'm going to use a lot of turquoise into every different color just to push this kind of midnight effect on all my color. And step by step I'm going to add more and more ghost blaster green into my dry brush to have something more and more highlight, but just on a few parts of the base. Focus always about one thing: to have a nice transition you need step by step by reaching a smaller and smaller surfaces when you do your dry brush. Now I'm going to make the same for the grass part, and this time I'm going to mix my turquoise with some German uniform from Prince August. Once again I had a little bit more of ghost blaster green and I am going to push on the different corner my highlights. Remember to don't brush on all the surface of the base. It's always important to have and to give a direction of light on your base. Don't hesitate to like the tutorial and to push in the comment if you have any kind of question. And if you want to support me, you can always come on Patreon so you can have access to more painting class to see, for example, how to dilute your paint in the best way. Step by step I'm going to add more and more ghost blaster green to have always more and more highlights on some few corners. And now again, to highlight my grass, I'm going to push some middle green from Prince August to push my highlight on the grass. You see that I use a smaller brush just to be sure I'm going to reach a smaller surfaces. Now I'm going to paint a little bit the skull. For that I'm using some flat earth color from Prince August mixing with some turquoise. And after that I'm going to add a little bit more of ghost and white into my mix to push my highlight on some few parts. Remember, step by step, reach a smaller and smaller surfaces to create your transition and to push your highlight. That's going to give more life to base. More I'm going to paint, more I'm going to tap my brush just to reach a smaller surfaces and to put very strong highlight on some few parts. And now I'm going to push again my highlight on the green, and into the recesses I'm going to push a little bit of Creed Camo contrast from Games Workshop to have some of this grass all around my base. It's always important to have some color we are going to make transition between the different kind of elements. Now with some white, this is the last step because I'm going to push on every edges a little bit of white just to be sure the highlight and the light is going to be into one direction. I use a lot the side of my brush. That will be really more easy to reach the smaller surfaces. Remember to subscribe to the channel and to like and ask into the comment if you have any suggestion or any question. And don't hesitate to support me on Patreon to give me the opportunity to show you more and more content. I show you a little bit more on some few parts, just to show you on different kind of model, and that will be done. At the end, I'm going to adding on some blood effects and some frost effect just by using some product from Green Stuff World. And for that, I'm going to show on all my Patreon how to use this kind of project. And soon I am going to show you how to paint the zombie from Cursed City. That's going to be the third part of the Cursed City project. That will be available in pre-release for all my boss on Patreon, and probably into 2 weeks for everyone on my YouTube channel. Thanks again for watching, and see you soon for the next tutorial. Bye bye!